You're good.
Okay, can you guys hear me? Okay, so on Tuesday, I'm a teacher, and we had what we call a staff development day. So usually staff development days are like days where you want to just fall asleep and like really not go to work. Like some days you don't want to go to work, staff development days, you really don't want to go. But this week, 7:15 in the morning, this lady named Willow Sweeney, which if you look her up, like you wouldn't be able to find her, but she came and did a speaking event for us. And it literally, the entire time she was talking, I was like, oh, sorry, I'm screaming. Sorry, I'm excited. You guys, I've been shaking all day because I'm so nervous for this. I don't know why I never get nervous, but I'm really nervous. So I'll stop screaming. She was screaming at us, so maybe that's just her projecting through me. So she the entire time she was talking, I was like, wait, what does this have to do with teaching? Like, girl, you need to be on my team. Like, that's what I just kept thinking is if you were a network marketer, like you would be Black Diamond right now. Like, I need to get you. So I'm going to get her. But at this point in her life, she's like a public speaker for teachers, but I still am not quite sure what it has to do with teaching. But it does have to do with us. So what she talks about a lot about is your top 20 and the bottom 80. So top 20, bottom 80. The top 20% of your life and what you do are the things that serve your best interest. It's what you're good at. It's what you enjoy. It's your strengths. It's where you perform and you get back your best. So that's your top 20. Your bottom 80 is what doesn't serve your best interest. And it's not necessarily things that you enjoy or that you're good at. Sometimes we have to do them. And sometimes we live in the top 20, and sometimes we live in the bottom 80, and sometimes days are just like, meh. But that's life, right? But our goal should be to live more in that top 20, okay? So you should always be trying to live your best life, do what serves you, and build on your strengths. And we have to remember that everything that happens in your life has to do with perspective. It's how you see it, okay? So it's how you see it. So we need to be thinking, learning, and communicating at all times. Thinking, learning, communicating. Write those three things down. Thinking, learning, communicating. Now I'm going to show you something, and you're going to be like, this doesn't make sense, like crazy. And I hope that you can see it. Can you see this? It's a frame, okay? So picture a picture frame, just 4 things. Draw this. Draw a picture frame. So just draw a box on your paper, okay? And then I'll tell you what each corner says. Just draw a box. Don't draw any arrows or anything yet. Just draw a box. In the top left-hand corner, write the word see, S-E-E. Because what you see leads to how you'll feel. So that's in the top right-hand corner. Feel, F-E-E-L. Which how you feel leads to, sadly, sometimes, what you do, D-O, in the bottom right-hand corner. And then, finally, in the bottom left-hand corner, that is all about what you get. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? What you get reflects what you see, okay? So it's like a cycle. What you see is what you feel, is what you do, is what you get, and then it's back around. So right now, I don't know if any of you knew me when I was 13 years old, but you're gonna get a taste of 13-year-old Kelly, okay? So what I need from you, though, is my mom was a drama director, and my sister was a thespian. She went to college to be an actress, actually, at one point in her life, but I never really was there. But what I want you to do right now, I want you to unmute yourself, and I want you to say 3, 2, 1, action. And then I'm going to give you a character, okay? So right now, unmute yourselves. Undo it. Unmute yourselves. Ready? Okay, so, ready? Say it.
3,
3, 2, 1,
action.
Okay, you can mute yourselves again. Okay, like, hi guys, how are you? So right now, oh, I forgot to tell Tamika that she had to do this. Tamika, you're my teacher, okay, but I love you. I need you to know that I love you, okay? So this is just acting, Okay, I'll get back into character now. Hey guys, so Tamika, she's my math teacher. Do you guys have a math? Guess what? Tamika, Mrs. Davis, she totally hates me. She hates me. Do you know how I know? She gives me homework. She hates me. She gives me dirty looks. And one time I was texting, I even did it under my desk so that she couldn't see, and I was totally being respectful, and she gave me detention. Can you believe that, you guys? She hates me. I know Mrs. Davis hates me. I know it. So, Brandy's my best friend. Brandy, give me a look if you know that Mrs. Davis hates us. Give me the look. You know, right? She hates us. She hates us. Okay, so now that we all are clear, right? Mrs. Davis hates us. I know it. One time I was late to class. She called my mom. That means she hates me. So I want you guys to think about, how do you think that it makes me feel when I'm in math class? How do I feel? You can either put it in the chat or unmute yourselves, by the way, how I feel when I'm in math class. Because Mrs. Davis hates me. I know it. Because it's how I feel. Nobody knows how I feel.
I feel like she hates you.
Oh, yeah, I do. And I feel insecure and I feel sad.
You guys know she doesn't like you.
Yeah, definitely. No, I don't want to do anything. I don't. I just chew gum and play on my phone because she hates me. So I'm never going to learn. And even if I do the work, she'll always give me an F because she hates me. So since I see that she hates me and I feel super depressed and sad, what do you think I do in math class?
Give Miss Davis dirty looks.
Ah. Yes. No, I don't do anything. What do you think I get out of math class, you guys? What do I get out of math class?
Absolutely nothing.
See, I told you, she hates me. What grade do you think I get?
You failed that class.
She hates me, I told you. Teachers wouldn't fail somebody if they didn't hate them. Right? Okay, so we're going to cut now because I totally just made a fool of myself. But, okay, so I was trying to think of a way to figure out how to do that, not in the teacher perspective, but I couldn't figure it out. So, obviously, Tamika does not hate me, and she would never treat anybody like that. But since she was a teacher and since she knows I love her, and I really did forget to tell you that I was doing that to you. So, does that show you guys, do you think that Mrs. Davis hates me? Like, does anybody really, let's think about teachers for a second. Like, would anybody become a teacher to hate kids? And I mean, okay, let's say that 1 in a million really don't like kids and they just did it to make their parents happy or something. But most people don't do things like that because they hate someone or they want them to feel bad. And Mrs. Davis is probably mad at me because I'm goofing off with Brandy and I'm playing on my cell phone and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, right? Okay, so let's tie this into network marketing a little bit. Sometimes what we're seeing is nobody will buy products from me. Everybody's judging me. If I go live, people will make fun of me. Nobody wants these products. They've all tried them before. You can put whatever you want inside the frame, and that's what you're going to see, right? That's what you're going to see. That's all you're going to see is all that. And is there that out there, that negativity and that awful stuff? Absolutely, it's there. So then how is it going to make you feel if that's what you're seeing? You're going to feel like crap. What are you going to do? Nothing. What are you going to get? Nothing. How are you going to see it? Oh, this job stinks, right? It wasn't for me. It didn't work. So we have got to, inside that frame, put everybody wants our products. Everybody loves me. My upline is amazing and helpful. My downline is working like crazy. We are mass enrollers. We are Ambassador Diamond. Whatever you want in the frame. And if that's what you're seeing, how are you going to feel? Great, right? How are you going to feel if somebody says no? Cool, awesome. I asked enough people, I got a no. Awesome. I literally am thankful for every time somebody replies to me. I don't even care. Like, even if they swore at me, I would be like, thanks for replying. Like, because some people don't even do that. So thank you. Win. I got somebody to reply, right? And then what do? I do more of it because it makes me feel good. And then I see results. And then what do I get? Well, I get confidence. I get a bigger paycheck. I get to grow in the business. And then what do I see? More good, more flourishing, more. And it just keeps growing. So you have got to think about what's inside your frame, okay? Because it's all about the frame. It's all about what you're seeing. It's all about what you're feeling, what you're doing, what you're getting. Now, there are days when you don't want to do anything. You don't want to post. You don't want to message. You don't want to talk to anybody. You don't want to reply to anybody. You don't want to deal with the 72 people that are upset about not getting their Thermofite X. Let me just tell you what that feels like. I counted my messages the other day. 72 upset people. But you know what I saw? I saw 72 people that in a couple weeks are going to have such bomb results that just like the 5 that have already said like it was worth the wait, thank you. That's what all of them are going to be saying. And then they're all going to be posting about it, and they're all going to be posting their results. And how are they going to feel? Really good. How am I going to feel? Really good. What are we going to do? Sell more. What are we going to get? Bigger paychecks, right? So instead of seeing like, oh, I have 72 people mad at me. And for a second I did. I thought, I can't do this. I can't do this. This old guy is telling me that Jesus is coming for me. Like, I can't do this. I can't do it. And then I was like, Jesus is coming for me to save me from people like you. You're right. So that's what I saw out of that though. Instead of him taking over me. Okay. So everything, bad things happen to everyone. Bad things happen every day. I literally screw up. I can't count the amount of times I screw up in a day. But what do I see at the end of the day? I see that I'm helping my team. I'm growing myself. I'm growing in my marriage. I'm helping others be their best selves. I'm paying off my bills. And at the end of the day, I'm better than I was yesterday. So no matter what happens, I show up and I go to work. Every single day I am doing the daily 6 list, no matter what. That means personal development, using the products, messaging people, engaging on Facebook, posting on Facebook, talking to my team. Like every single day I'm showing up and doing those things, no matter how I feel. And trust me, like yesterday, I didn't want to do a dang thing. But I have like a 16-page paper to write for my master's degree. And if in that frame, I look at it like, I've got a 16-page paper to write. I'm supposed to be going double diamond this month. Blah, 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 blah. Am I going to get anything done? No. So I think about, okay, what can I do? Small things in the frame, break it down, see it, feel it, do it, get it, move on. Okay. So I'm kind of going to get off topic. So I'm going to be quiet about that. So in the bottom 80, if you want to stay in the bottom 80, this is what you need to do. I'll tell you. You change nothing. Don't change what you're doing and continue to blame everybody else for everything that happens. I'm going to tell you a little story that this Willow lady told us, okay? So Willow was talking about how every time she has a baby, she gains 80 pounds. So when her first baby was born, she had gained 80 pounds. And she's like, do you ever like run into the wall on accident and you're like, where did that hip come from? Like, what? So we've all had that, right? So she wasn't quite used to her big old booty yet, okay? She had a new baby. So her baby gets sick, and she has to go to Walgreens to get a prescription filled. So she goes to the drive-thru, and she's in this old crappy car, and there's this nice, I don't remember what it was, nice black fancy SUV, right? She puts her car in park behind the lady, and the binky falls out of the baby's mouth. And she's like, oh no. And she was telling us, like, you all know that blood curdling scream of a baby, like a newborn baby crying. And so she goes to get in the back seat to like turn around to get the pacifier and put it in the baby's mouth. Her butt hits the horn and honks at the lady. Beep, beep. And this is what Minnesota people do, because we're super nice in Minnesota. She was like sign languaging, like, no, I'm sorry. And she's like gesturing what she was doing, like trying to tell the lady, like the nook, because the lady like turned around and gave her the death look, right? So then the lady pulls up, Willow pulls up, puts her car in park. She looks over, and the lady in the SUV has turned around and is mouthing the most horrendous obscenities and flicking her off and all sorts of stuff, okay? Because guess what the lady thought? the lady thought that Willow had honked at her to move. But had Willow honked at the lady? Did she honk at the lady? Yeah. Was she honking at the lady to move? No, it was her big old butt that was in the way, right? So that lady's perspective was that Willow was being impatient and like, get out of my way, get out of my way. But really, Willow just wasn't used to her big butt yet. So it's all about perspective, you guys. It's about how you choose to see things. And every time something bad or good happens, you need to think about what's on the other side and how can you change it. Have you guys ever done something and like you just really didn't enjoy it the first time? I remember, I can tie this into the business. The first time I tried the cleanse, you guys, it was disgusting. I remember calling Tamika and being like, I am never drinking that again. I am so sick. I hate this. I don't know how I'm going to sell this. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to go into this with an open mind. And the next time I tried it, I liked it. And now I love it. It's not my favorite flavor in the world, but I can shoot it like it's a shot going out of style. And then I'm done. Like, I can do that. So it's all about perspective, though. If I continued to think the cleanse is gross, I can't sell this, I've sold, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of cleanses. I would have never made those sales. Never, ever. I mean, I don't even know. Hundreds, okay? I would have never made those sales, though, if I had not changed my mindset. And I like that, too, of when I try things, I tell people. The first time I tried this, wasn't my favorite, but this is what I did to like it. Or with the collagen. The first time I tried the collagen, I was live. Don't do that because it was gross. But then I found out that when I do it with ice and I do it with 16 ounces instead of 8 ounces of water, I love it. And so you have to try things and you have to try them more than once because the first time it doesn't always work. The first time you post on Facebook, you might not get anybody. Just saying. The millionth time, you might not get anybody that millionth time. But in between there, how many people did you get, right? Like I just made a post on Facebook the other day. I have 5,000 friends. 2 people liked it. One of them was me. One of them's Crystal. That's it. And I think Tamika might have gone and liked it today. But that's it. Guess what? Who cares? I bet you 50 people saw it. They just didn't want to like it, but they still read it. And that's all that matters. Like, I don't care that nobody liked it. So I'm trying to think of what else. Okay, and you got to stop blaming people. You have to stop blaming people. Some of us are outward blamers where it's always everybody else's fault, and some of us are inward blamers. That just means like that we look in the mirror and everything's our fault. Now, when it comes to most things, I'm an inward blamer where it's all me. I shame myself like I'm the worst person in the world. I mess up all the time, blah, blah, blah. I could go on all day. And when it comes to my husband, I'm an outward blamer. Like, you did this and this is why this happened. Right? That's how we are sometimes. Or sometimes our business, we're like, well, if my upline had helped me. So you have got to stop blaming. You've got to stop. When you feel that need to blame people, bubble up. Think, what can I do? Because you are the only person in this entire world that you can control. I wish that we could control everybody, but we can't. You are the only one you can control. So if you're blaming everybody else, you need to stop, think, what can I do to change this? Do not become stuck in the yuck. Do not become a victim, okay? Get out of it. We all have those yucky moments. We all have those yucky times. Get out of it. Use this bus to get out of it. Change your frame, okay? Change your frame. I think I'm done. If anybody has any questions, you can let me know.
So who has some takeaways that they want to share? Something that stood out to them, something they want to incorporate, or questions?
I just wanted to tell Kelly that I absolutely loved that and probably needed that today.
That is not how I acted when I was 13, by the way. Not at all. That was like 18-year-old Kelly, probably, actually.
Oh, good.
No, but I really like that analogy, though, because I feel like the one with the car honking and then the one with the teacher is like, I know for me, sometimes I go to roller derby practice and I'm like, everybody hates me. No one wants to sit by me. Look, I'm sitting by myself. Like, no one even wants to talk to me. No one wants to be partners with me. And like, I say that stuff to myself when I get there. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold the phone. Number one, I'm going to quit saying that because it's not true. And number two, what am I doing? Like, what aura am I putting off to people? Okay, I'm going to go talk to someone. I'm going to be friendly. I'm going to go smile at people. And I like change my attitude, because like, if you're expecting it to happen, then you're just waiting for it. In fact, I was talking to a girl when I was driving to Roosevelt, and I was like, yeah, this is just my beater car. It's pretty much falling apart. And I was like, wait, I take that back. You're not falling apart. You're a beautiful car. You work really great. Like, because if I'm waiting for it to fall apart, then what's it going to do while I'm driving? And so just saying those things. Chelsea, did you want to say something?
I was just gonna say, like, this isn't like not just business, obviously, like life, it's a huge thing. And like, I know we all do it when it comes to like our posts and social media. Like, I'll post a story and I'm being like my crazy psycho self, and then like I was dancing and I was like, gym time, and then I was like, you like, for a second you're like, okay, no one wants to see that, like I probably should take that down, right? Like you're feeling like they're judging you for being your crazy self, right? But then it gets to the point where you're like, but people love that about you, like the crazy you and the excited you and the like version of you that like you don't share all the time. Like, people are like needing that. And if they don't need that, then bye, Felicia. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you need to, and I struggle with that in myself. Like, you need to get so happy and like confident in who you are that like your version of you doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, because you're happy with who you are and where you're going and what you're doing.
One last thing I have, can I share my screen? Will it let me? I think so. And I can message this to the top enrolling team, and then they can share it. So this is one of the teachers made this after the thing the other day, and it's just a picture of the frame, and it's the see, feel, do, get, and then you are in charge of your own frame. Get curious and change what you see, because we've got to get curious, you guys. We've got to get out there and do things that make us uncomfortable. And if we stay in our comfort zones always, you're going to be right where you're at in 10 years. So get curious, do things outside your comfort zone, and push yourself. No matter how you see it, just do it. Like, if you think that, this might be a good idea, go try it. And guess what? I always think, like, if I fail, I'm better off than where I started. But if I never try, I'm just where I am. So even if, like, okay, shooting for Ambassador Diamond this month, I've got 8 days to make it happen. Cool. But guess what? If it doesn't happen, I'm better than I was last month. I'm better off. Like, I'm a better leader. I have a better team. I have more people. What have I done? So it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Like, that rank obviously is awesome, cool, want it, but it doesn't matter. Push, push, push. Like, make your dreams so big that they make you shake. Like, today, all day, I was shaking doing this because it was pushing myself outside my comfort zone. But I feel so good right now. Yeah, I don't talk to people, Chelsea.
I was just going to say, any podcast you listen to of any successful person, they will not tell you that they got to the top without any diversity or without any hardship or with any times where they felt like they were completely failing at anything that they were doing. So if you listen to any personal development book, podcast, whatever it might be, of any successful person in any business and anything, they didn't just get straight to the top. There was lots of big, huge divots, lots of mountains and hills. So when you think that you're alone, you're not. Just keep pushing and keep fighting, because when you're fighting, you're thriving. And when you're thriving, you're growing. And if you're growing, you're making more money.
I love it. Okay, let's hear from a few other people. Maybe people that we don't normally hear from. You guys, if you felt something when she was saying it, then just share it. This is your chance. I know that some of you guys are like, I don't want anyone to hear from me. But like, if you all are on this call because you want to be successful. You all are. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. And so this is where you get to grow. And you can. There is no judgment on this call. We are happy to hear from every single person. And if you're struggling with something that she said, share that. Like, if anything, okay? We're here for this team time to get you guys where you need to be. And I want you guys to share your own personal growth messages, because somebody else needs to hear it.
So I know that like a lot of my friends on Facebook are from high school and junior high, and there a lot of them are ones that bullied me through high school and stuff like that. Um, but and so I was scared to like reach out to them. They're the ones that I've been friends with the longest on Facebook because they're the ones I knew first, you know. So I struggled at first trying to message them because I was like, oh, they're the one that made fun of me, or they're the one that made me cry all the time, or whatever. And they don't want to really be my friend. They're just here because it's Facebook, you know. But I pushed myself and messaged some of them, and you'd be surprised how many of them are willing to help you out.
So, and you never know, like, just because somebody was your friend in high school or junior high and were mean to you doesn't mean they can't be your best friend now. Because my enroller was one of the girls who helped shove me in a locker in junior high, and we were best friends. But that's how I got into the business. So don't judge people when you message them.
Well, because we all grow and we all change, right? I was a complete brat in high school, mean to everyone. Really, I was so mean in high school. I was struggling with life, but you don't know what they were going through at home and making them be rude to you. And like, you got to give them the shot to change too, you know?
Just wanted to say that even though all of us have been bullied before, and as we grow, we mature and everything. And so once we have matured and we actually get together with those that have bullied us, I've had the experience that they have told me, hey, Jess, I am so, so sorry. You know, I never meant to. I was immature. And we are, at one point, are very immature when we're young. But when we get older, that totally changes, and our view towards life changes. We can either make it negative or we can see it as a positive. So everything, all the, the bumps in the road in our life makes us who we are. If we are able to accomplish it and just go over it and soar, then that's even better. And we take what we learn as an experience and we keep moving forward and we make it better. I was a single mom for 5 years, and I was in an abusive relationship. He was more verbally abusive. So my self-esteem went down to the floor. One day I woke up and I had my twin girls, and I was like, wait a minute, I am beautiful, I am intelligent. And guess what? I left him. I didn't have a job. Nothing. I left. I grabbed my girls. I took my girls and I left. And ever since then, that was the best decision ever. It was the hardest, but it was the best. And I will tell you now, I am married. I have a husband. He loves me. He treats me like a queen. And I appreciate it because of what I went through. So I appreciate him. And now I have so many blessings that I can't even put them on paper. So, take the negatives and make them into a positive and see what we have learned from it. So that's how I see things in my life.
I love that. Thank you for sharing. And who's your enroller? I think this is your first call, yes?
My enroller is Laura.
Oh, Laura, you're Laura's Jessica. Well, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
All right, anybody else? We're just going to go for maybe 5 more minutes and we'll hop off.
All right. Sorry you guys can't see me, but I have like a baby on top of me. But I just wanted to share something because today in a podcast that I was listening to, Rachel Hollis was talking about the 80-20, and then it kind of like fits in perfectly with the frame. And I was thinking, like, she was the one that I was listening to was her giving a conference and or speaking at a conference, and she was talking about how like you're at the conference and you feel so good and you're pumped up and you're like high on life, and then you go home. And she's like, you go home and then you have your kids and then you have your husband and then you have life, and it just like knocks you off your feet sometimes. And so I love that Kelly Jo like shared the frame, because one of the things she talked about was like competition. And I feel like sometimes in my frame, I put other people who are doing better than me, and it doesn't, like, they're part of what doesn't really suit me. And it's not that their success is like bad, it's just that it kind of throws me off course. And she was like, that's okay, you have to only focus on the people who are building you up. And if she was talking about like on Facebook and Instagram, she's like, I run like a social media company, but I don't even scroll through social media except for memes because they're funny. But she's like, everything else I don't really focus on, because I see these pretty girls and I see these perfect moms and I see this and I see that, and it makes me feel bad on myself. So she's like, if there's something that's not suiting you, it's fine for you to take it out, even if they're doing good, even if they're successful, even if they're motivating for some people. For others it might not be, and it's okay to like readjust what you put in your frame. And maybe like, you know, a month from now I might put different things in my frame that might be suitable for that time. But be aware of your feelings, your emotions, because those things are all gonna help you if you put them in the right spot at the right time.
Thank you, Laura. All right, you guys, thank you for being on. Kelly Jo, do you want anything before we hop off?
Sure. So what I would like you to do, I'm going to challenge you guys, is to write down one thing inside your frame. And you don't really, I mean, I think you should put it inside the frame. One thing that like you see that bothers you. So something that's negative, like something that really bothers you, something that you do that's not something you enjoy, or something that just makes you feel icky, or something that you've been doing that you know isn't necessarily the right thing. So write that in your frame. And then I want you to really think about, how are you seeing that thing? How is it making you feel? What are you doing because of that thing? And what are you getting because of it? Okay, so that's going to be one like icky thing, something that's icky, okay, where you're stuck in the yuck. Then I also want you to create a frame of something that makes you feel good, something that you're really good at, something that you enjoy doing, okay? This doesn't have to be with the business, because I honestly feel like everything we do can be business oriented. Like right now, I'm really working on repairing my marriage, trying to lose weight, and going debt free. Literally, this business has everything to do with those three things. Every little thing has to do with those three things. So whatever it is in your life, you can make it business related. So you're going to make one thing that's icky, and I really want you to concentrate on seeing, feeling, doing, getting, like changing it. So you're not going to think about that icky thing all day, every day, and let that become your life. You're thinking about what you can do to change it and how it can make you feel. Like Mrs. Davis doesn't hate you. What is Mrs. Davis really trying to do? Okay. Then you're also going to think about something that's good, and you're going to continue to build on that, because we want to live in that 20%. We've got to be doing this 20% of what we're good at and what we enjoy and what brings like love and flourishing. Is that a word? To our lives? I don't know if it's a word. It sounds like a word. Flourishing. Sweet. So does that make sense, that challenge? Okay. Pretty simple, right? And you can do this every day. You can do it every week, but I would continue to focus on this of how you're seeing something. And the next time somebody says no, I literally want you to say, thank you, Jesus. And next time somebody says yes, I want you to say, thank you, Jesus. Okay? Every single time. Be thankful that they got back to you. Okay? Every time. Do that too. That's your third challenge. Say thank you, Jesus. Whether you believe or not, say thank you, Jesus. Do it. Okay?
Thank you, Kelly Jo, you guys. I'm going to get this up on our Pack channel. We have 7 days till the end of the month. Anything is possible. So whatever your goal is, put it out there and work for it. Okay? You can't just put it out there and pray. You can't just put it out there and read a whole bunch of personal development books and say a whole bunch of affirmations. You need to put it out there and you need to work for it. I have a sample party at my house on Saturday in Rock Springs for anyone that's close. Mandy is that still happening on Sunday in Idaho?
Yes.
Mandy's going to be in Idaho. Anybody else going to be somewhere doing something before the end of the month is over that people could come to and be a part of? Okay, if there's something that comes up, we'll let you guys know, and just keep pushing. Use that Pack document for scripts if you need it. Reach out to your Ruby, Emerald, Diamond leaders, and let's finish strong. Thanks, you guys. Oh, wait, let me do the drawing. Woo. Who wants something free? Thanks for being on time. The winner is Bailey. I spelled your name wrong, so I hope that it's really you. I don't think there's another Bailey on here. Okay, cool. All right, you guys, have a good night.